Well, life builders have been such a blessing. It's not even funny. Like, I had an eviction. They got that taken off. I have my house because of life builders. We have meetings, which is awesome to have all these other girls going through not the exact same thing, but maybe even worse. Like, so you're not alone, and just having this great group of people around you, like wanting to see you do good and wanting to help you. It's just awesome. So I'm blessed. I'm happy. I can honestly say I'm happy now. I didn't grow up with like a lot, where I've never had my own, like in the past when they were younger, I've had like little apartments and like everything always got messed up, and now it's just me. I'm doing it on my own. Like, I don't need anybody. It feels good, like just not having to rely on anybody, and having so many people around me just wanting to help me. It's like awesome. So I get to be in the Life Builders program for 2 years, so that's awesome. And for the future, I would definitely want to go back to school. I would say they have no idea how much they help. I don't even know how to put it in words. It's like, without the Life Builders program, I would never be where I am right now. So.
Nicole's drive and our support can create such an impact. And I'm sorry, because it really is impactful. Would you please join me in recognizing this phenomenal woman and mother, Nicole.
Thank you. I'm Nicole, guys. I have prepared something so I can share with you how important you all are. I'm nervous. Sorry. So my voice is probably going to crack and I'm crying. But thank you all so much. If you would have told me a few years ago that I would finally have a home of my own, almost debt-free, and a growing savings, I would have never believed it. After I split from my children's father, I moved back home with my mom. She made room for us three, me and my two boys, when there wasn't much room to spare. It was very uncomfortable living in such a crowded place. I needed to find an outlet. Mine ended up being drinking and drugs, just like everyone around me at that time, so it was pretty easy to fall into that lifestyle. I was hanging around the wrong people and going down the wrong path very fast. My life was filled with chaos, and I didn't have any plans for the future. I didn't have any direction. Without warning, my whole life was ripped from me. My children, two boys, they were 3 and 8 at the time, were taken from me by the Department of Children and Families. They wanted to drug test me, and I knew I couldn't pass, so I refused, but they still took them. I really do not wish that type of pain on any mother ever. But something inside of me instantly knew that giving up was not an option. I could not let drugs and alcohol keep my boys from me. This was the wake-up call I needed to fix my life. I knew I had to get my boys back and do anything it took to find stability and get my boys home. That's when my case manager at the Children's Home Society referred me to the Sharing Center's Life Builders program. Before entering the program, I found a great job with an amazing boss who understood my schedule and was willing to work with me. With having so many classes and random drug tests, it was important to have an understanding employer. Through Life Builders, we are able to attend classes and interact with other girls and boys going through similar hardships. We meet about budgeting and have goals along the way to meet. The Sharing Center is giving me the tools I need to survive happily and on my own. I have never been so blessed and grateful. So my living situation was not appropriate for my children, and to even think about having my children back, I had to have safe and stable housing. At the Sharing Center, I met Teresa. She right away began helping me get on the right path. Immediately, she was able to clear a past eviction and start looking for stable housing. After a few weeks of searching, we found the perfect home for me and my boys. The Life Builder program was able to pay all my moving costs, the deposit, first month's rent, utilities, everything. I was beyond grateful and beyond grateful. The whole experience is just an emotional journey, huge. It has been a huge blessing. When I moved in, my entire house was furnished. I was able to pick out household items from the sharing center to make my house into a home. I began and still take parenting classes and individual counseling, and I take everything I learned to heart. I learned that it is possible to change, but I had to put in the work. I am almost a year sober, and my boys are back home safe with me. I hope to be able to help someone someday the way I have been helped. I would not be in a safe, stable house and be happy if it wasn't for the Life Builders program at the Sharing Center. Sometimes people just need a little bit of help to get where they need to be. I'm blessed to have gotten my help from the Sharing Center. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicole. Those kind of stories are the encouragement that we need to be a part of what the Sharing Center is doing. And they're a large part of why I think each of us has become involved in one way or another with what the Sharing Center is doing for our community. I know my name is Pastor Paul Hoyer, and this is Gail Bittman. Both of us are on the board of directors for the Sharing Center. And we're here on the board because we believe in the mission and the vision of what the Sharing Center has to offer. And we believe that you are here for the same reason. We think that once you have heard and seen all the things that the Sharing Center is doing, that a few of you will become passionate about seeing that the homeless and the helpless are taken care of in our county. I was a pastor in Seminole County for 38 years. In the course of that 38 years, over 100 families I referred to the Sharing Center, and each of those families was helped much the same way Nicole and Angel were helped. That's part of the reason that I'm here today. In addition to that, we look at the things that are happening in our county. Over 52,000 people in Seminole County are experiencing food insecurity. For most of us, we don't even know what that means, food insecurity. What does that mean? Well, it means just what it says. They start the day not knowing if they're going to get to eat that day. 1 out of 3 children are growing up in poverty. And we live in the worst affordable housing area in the country. It's the hardest way to get out of homelessness because housing is so expensive. Together, we can meet our struggling neighbors where they are and help them on their journey overcoming poverty. Now, as we come to this part of the program, you might be asking, well, Pastor, you said you're there because of the mission and vision, but why am I here? You're sitting around the table because somebody asked you to come, but we believe that you would like to be a part of what's happening in the Sharing Center. And so we're going to talk to you about your particular circumstance. How has the Lord blessed you? And what can you do with the people you know, with the things that you have, that you can help the Sharing Center accomplish its goal of beating down homelessness and helplessness in Seminole County? Gail, you have a word or two?
Yes, I do. It's hard to follow the pastor. But as a longtime supporter and a current board member, the Sharing Center, I'm honored to be a part of the Sharing Center. It is with your help that we can truly change lives. Some of you today may be new to the Sharing Center. Their relentless work to prevent hunger and homelessness. But some may have heard about us and actually contributed to our mission in the past. Today you've heard those wonderful stories of Angel and Nicole and how the gifts that others have given to us in the past, how we can change and make these triumphant stories happen. But the need continues even more today. Your gift today will help create more stories like those, that we can have a happy ending. And it starts with you. Table captains, will you please take a moment and share the giving envelopes with our guest? Thank you, table captains. Now that you have your giving envelope and a pen, a Sharing Center pen, we want to give you ways your gift will be used to make the biggest impact. You heard the positive impact of our Life Builder program from Nicole's family. A gift of $10,000 each year for 3 years will help support 3 to 4 more families in that Life Builder program. We can remove the barriers of housing, provide life-changing skill classes, and guide homeless families to stability. Check the box on your envelope to become a faith trustee. And they're also shown on the slides. Angel and his family were blessed through the Oasis with warm showers, hot meals, and housing guidance while sleeping in their car. A 3-year pledge of $5,000 can help thousands receive the same care and compassion, creating a path to refresh and restart their lives. Choose to become a torchbearer and help light the way for our homeless neighbors.
If you look at the envelope that you have there, the third area is a $1,000 gift. That $1,000 gift we're hoping would be every year, but that you would commit at least to 3 years of giving the $1,000. And for many of you, that might be a larger gift than what you think you've ever given to anybody else. But if you break it down, $1,000 a year is less than $3 a day. That means for the price of a bottled water or a Starbucks coffee, you could be a $1,000 donor. And what a much better use of your $1,000 than drinking all that coffee. So we encourage you to check that box and get yourself started in supporting the Sharing Center. That $1,000 a year is the gift that my family has decided to give, and we're going to give on a monthly basis. It turns out to be roughly $85. If you are a math person, it's actually $83.33 or something like that. I break it down to $85 and send my check in every month. The reoccurring gifts are so very important. On the envelope that you have there, you see that line where it talks about making a reoccurring gift. It's very easy to do today. You can do it online, and they can automatically hit your credit card every month, and that gift is made in your name. So we encourage you to become one of the recurring gift members. And so we've given that a name. We call it the Circle of Care, for anybody who's giving up to $75 a month on a reoccurring basis. And so we hope that you would check one of those two if you haven't been able to check the ones that are above that. We know that everybody's situation is different, and we respect everybody's gift.
Yes, Paul, we really would like to see those multi-year pledges today. But if you can't, you can choose to make a one-time gift, and you can fill that out also on the giving envelope. For those joining us online, in just a few seconds, you'll receive a text message, and it will direct you to make a gift of any amount. We're now going to give you a moment to complete your giving envelope and make your impact gift to the Sharing Center. Thank you all.
Good afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chris Hamm, and I'm the development manager here at the Sharing Center. On behalf of the 18,464 clients we served last year, thank you. Thank you for your compassion, thank you for your time today, and thank you for your financial support. As a reminder, table captains, please make sure you turn in your envelopes to our ushers at the end. And we also have a gift for every single one of you at the table that we would wish for you to take with you. I want to close with a story. 2 weeks ago, I was at Costco and I struck up a conversation with another family there, and they mentioned that they had a canoe they were thinking about selling, and I said, I'm actually looking for a canoe for my kids. Here's my card. Would you give me a call sometime? And the lady stopped and she looked down at my card and she said, the Sharing Center, is that in Longwood? I said, yes, ma'am, it is. She said, you helped me 23 years ago. You see, I was an unwed mother, and my friends wanted me to abort my child. And I said no. But I had a $78 electric bill that was overdue. They were about to turn off my electricity. Someone told me to go to the Sharing Center to pay that electric bill. You paid the $78. You gave me maternity clothes that I didn't have. And she took out her phone and she said, here's my daughter. You helped save her life 78 years ago, 23 years ago. I can't tell you the impact your gift is making and the gifts that have gone before us for the last 35 years, and the gifts that are going to continue to support us as we care for those in our community. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. On behalf of all of us at the Sharing Center, we appreciate your time, your talent, and your treasure. Have a fantastic afternoon, good night, and good afternoon, and God bless.